Oops. There we go. I was spamming it. All right. So, welcome to the very first TCG Fandom Fireside Chat. With me today is myself, Ryan Fletcher, Michael, Sammy, Rachel, Chris, and Hani. So, purpose of today, run down who we are, why we're here, why we feel there's a need to do this, and just talk about what we have coming up in the pipeline and get you all excited. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Michael, and he'll give you some more background and context.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hi everyone. So we TCG Fandom, quick background on this. I'm an avid collector of stuff. And My son got me into Yu-Gi-Oh! I also play Flesh and Blood, so I really like the kind of the trading card world. And I'm also a technologist. I've bid some tech companies before. I got into blockchain, about 10 years ago when my identity was hacked. This is a true story, by the way. And Then it was hacked again. It was hacked 4 times in the course of 2 years. One time, this is not a joke, I was driving back from New York City from blockchain training about identity protection, and my PayPal account was hit for 8 grand. They essentially hacked my computer at home and used my home computer to send themselves money. And so I really kind of said, hey, there's got to be a better way to do things. I look towards Web3, which offers anonymity, protection, security, et cetera, et cetera, and really learned around things around like NFTs and et cetera. Probably about 8 to 10 years ago. Fast forward, TCG Fandom is sort of the merging of Web3 with the trading card community. Web2 websites like eBay and like TCG Player, that kind of stuff. Facebook is a Web2 platform. YouTube is a Web2 platform. They're essentially at their kind of life end. If you remember, Web1 was before e-commerce. Web2 brought in e-commerce. Now we're sort of at the sort of doorstep of Web3, which is all based on newer technologies, like the avatars that you see today, generative AI, NFTs, blockchain, and all that sort of stuff. So TCG Fandom is really just a community for trading card game enthusiasts to delve into Web3, whether that Web3 kind of content is NFTs. Those NFTs could be, quirky 8 pixel characters. They could be video moments like NBA Top Shot. They can be cards. They could be art that artists make. Essentially, it's a way for what I would call the creator economy or the content creator economy, to monetize who they are, and be appropriately valued. Today, people give away the content to become YouTube famous. But it's a lot better to actually be like rich and famous. So it would be really cool to get paid for what you do, and to get paid appropriately. And sort of like, if you think about the world of Web3 and NFTs, it's really prominent in the art world, and in the music world. It's a way for musicians to protect their music. It's a way for artists to protect their assets. It's also going into the legal field, into the real estate field, et cetera, as a way for people to sort of protect and monetize their assets and their identity. So, TCG Fandom, like I said, is like the merging of the trading card world with the Web3 world. And we wanted to be kind of the first to market and offer a community for the trading card game world where content creators, guys like Hani, guys like Chris, guys like Sammy, all the other people out there can start creating content. One of the things that we have coming up, and Hani will talk a little bit more about it, is we're going to do an NBA Top Shot thing of Hani. We're going to have like Hani moments. We have a professional content creator, Rachel. She'll be filming the moments, and we'll be creating NFTs based on Hani moments. It'll literally be like NBA Top Shot meets Hani for the NFT world, and Hani will be able to provide content to his fan base and these collectors. They're going to want to own these moments and etc. And other cool things that we're going to do, things with Sammy, and we'll do personal profile pictures and card giveaways and mat giveaways and all sorts of cool stuff. But it'll all be all Web3 based. If y'all follow us, you'll see some of the stuff that we do. This is kind of the framework, the intro to TCG Fandom and why we're here. Is that helpful, Ryan?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And I mean, that's an awesome segue to carry over to Hani, Chris, and Sammy just to kind of, have an open dialogue and spread some hype. So by all means, take it away, guys.
Yeah, so I'll take it away from here. So first I want to give like a quick introduction. So if y'all don't know, my name is Hani. I've been in the competitive scene for Yu-Gi-Oh for quite some time now. I traveled a lot last year, and the one thing that I really wish that I did is capture the moments with me and my friends. And I felt like last year I missed the opportunity to do that. But this year I felt like I wanted to really just capture everything. And with the help of TCG Fandom, I'm able to do that. With Rachel coming to do the coverage for us, like for me, Chris, and a good friend of mine, like Paulie or even Sammy, just capturing anybody in the game. Like I want to create NFTs for multiple people. It's not just for people like me. I think it's for people that want to like come up into the game. Like I feel like this could create opportunities for up and coming players, and it could be beneficial all around. And like that's one reason why I decided to jump into this project. Like that's like something that I think that was very important for like all of us, just so we can get like coverage and something going into the Yu-Gi-Oh space, because I feel like the coverage in the game isn't like too crazy, and like the card game space in general. And like TCG Fandom isn't just a Yu-Gi-Oh based thing. This is for multiple different card games, and we want to cover like all events, not just Yu-Gi-Oh. We want to like capture moments within all trading card games, and we want just content creators to have a platform to use. And I just think this is a great platform to use in general. So like that's like the main reason why I decided to join, and I felt like that's like the main reason that even like Chris and Sammy decided to like tag along. And I feel like that's just like the main thing. I'm gonna be doing NFT drops with TCG Fandom. That's pretty much like the goal. And I'm going to be making a lot of content with them. I'm going to be traveling to upcoming events like Brazil, Vancouver, Cancun, and I'm planning to capture all those events and create NFTs and shoot footage and create content with pretty much all my friends and everyone just around me. And hopefully we could like just create content with just people in general in the community, like just spread some awareness to like trading card games, because I feel like it's super beneficial to be in a card game. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And I wish people did, because I'm young. There's not too many young people in this game. And I feel like I got into this at a young age. When I was like 14, I started playing. And I feel like if people don't get introduced into card games and stuff like this early, it's very hard to like keep up and keep pace within the game. So I feel like I just want to spread awareness to like trading card games and like show the benefits of trading card games in general. Because like I've traveled pretty much dear Nam the whole world, doing trading card games, and I'm just trying to spread awareness and have people join me and like do the things that I'm doing, like traveling the world. And just I'm trying to show opportunities for like the up and coming. So that's pretty much all I
And
gotta
it's
say.
cool. And by us capturing Hani's moments as he's traveling, then Hani's fan base is able to own those moments and relive those moments whenever they can, right? Versus like, if that person doesn't go to Cancun, they won't see the insane play that Hani made in top eight, right? They'll have to hear about it from his friends. Here, we want to capture those moments and allow Hani to create collectibles from those moments and then share those collectibles in a digital format with his fan base, which is like insane. It's only been done in major league sports like baseball, NBA, Formula One racing, and soccer, but it's never been done in trading cards. And so, like, we have our own Messis. There are people, like Hani. Does that make sense? So it's like, why not create collectibles for your fan base that allows them to, enjoy the things that you do? This is kind of the idea, right, Hani?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to have a space where we can create content, create NFTs, bring awareness to players, capture moments for all of us. Like I just really am excited about this. And honestly, I really do think it's going to work out. And I do think that this is just going to be beneficial for everybody in the community. And on the NFT side, I think it's going to be something huge for NFT collectors and huge for people that are into collectibles. I mean, NFTs are sold on the daily. There's a market for NFTs, and this is just a new one.
Oh,
So
absolutely well said. So I'll open the floor as well to Chris or Sammy, whoever would like to take it next.
All right, so I'm going to lead into what I wanted to say is mainly Yu-Gi-Oh players get a lot of discomfort because they are viewed as not like the most like prominent community, but I feel like this would really bring light on that because there are a lot of like good people and people that do a lot for the community, and I think what Hani said was really great. Like it bringing awareness to it is like a big part of it. I know like Hani has been helped in the community in the past, and I know he tries to help people as much as possible. I feel like this is just a leeway into that, like building the community like as a whole, but also on top of that, like this is just what all the big YouTubers are doing anyway. Like they're already like filming themselves 24/7. Like this should have already been done. Like I'm a strong believer, especially because we have Mr. Bagelman. And when Hani got me on, I was also very confident that this is what I wanted to do. But we got some strong people behind us, honestly. So I feel like you guys were
Yeah, the technology behind this
Yeah.
isn't trivial, Chris, right? Uh, the backstory is, I had, building a technology platform takes, time and effort, but most importantly, you have to be a bit crazy because who's going to dedicate 2 years of their life to build something that most people will think is complete bullshit? It's like, it's really interesting because having built technology platforms before, Chris, I learned something. You're insane until you're not. You're
Yeah,
crazy until you're not.
that applies
Something doesn't work,
yeah.
right? Something doesn't work until it does. I had built a tech startup over the period of about 9 years. I sold it last year. And for the first 6 years, it was a joke. I was like the craziest, stupidest person alive. And then suddenly, in the course of 6 months, when the business took off, now like I'm a member of the MIT Forum of Cambridge. I write for Forbes magazine. I just did an interview for Built In. Like I'm a contributor to Forbes. I went from being an idiot to being a Forbes contributor in the course of 2 years. Now I'm 54. I didn't get smart between 52 and 53, correct? So
Correct.
what happened? What happened is the market realized, oh shit, this actually is not stupid. You know what I mean? And then
I
suddenly I was a genius, and I laugh because I'm still the same idiot that I was 8 years ago. It's just the perception like changed because the market caught up. And I think it's you and Hani said it like really, really well. When you're ushering in new technology, I'm old enough to remember people saying like no one is ever going to buy anything online. I remember you could actually Google video clips on the news or saying the internet is a scam. No one is ever going to put their credit card into any website. Yet today, most of us don't even think twice about buying something on Amazon. It's just the way it is. And so I think that there's this transformation now of like really to like Web3 and the creator economy, as it's called, to allow, content creators like yourself to express yourself in this new digital media platform. And so the technology that's behind this, it took me 2 years to build. That's no joke, right? This isn't a WordPress website. Does that make sense? This is a very sophisticated platform that allows you to create digital media and basically on the fly. So I'm excited to be able to sort of provide you guys a medium by which you can essentially create content and collectibles for your fan base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the idea of creating like something for our viewers, for our fans, because I always have people hit me up, just trying to support me in general, and I feel like this is something that they could be interested in. So yeah,
the moments are actually everything in Yu-Gi-Oh because
Yep.
like I had a lot of success last year. Obviously, I won 2 events, but the best moment of the year was watching Hani win the event. Like that moment being captured, like couldn't compare it to like how I felt. So
Yeah, you
like
gave me goosebumps right now because I remember that.
specific, like people wanted to buy specific cards out my deck from the deck that I won. So like I can just think of those people wanting to buy an NFT from me, instead of just like buying a card out my deck, like from the event, you know what I'm saying? So like it's something that they can collect that is memorable. So I think it's I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
The value won't depreciate either.
Yeah. What's up, Sammy? Give us
Yeah.
some wisdom,
So
man.
no. Yeah, so
Here's
what,
some wisdom, brother.
Like
Yeah, this doesn't have to be us taking each other's turns. This can just be open dialogue. We're just
yeah,
chilling here.
so
For sure.
what's up, everybody? For those who don't know me, Sammy Valentino. I'm a competitive player in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I'm more known for sports, boxing, football, things like that.
and
But I think that this is something that we all have to realize, that it is taking us as a community to the next level, and I think that everybody hit the nail on the head when they said, it's not just for Yu-Gi-Oh, it's for, for Magic and for Pokemon and for all these other
Flesh
card
and
games.
blood. Don't be hating on flesh and
Yeah,
blood.
flesh and blood,
It's
I
for
think
card games that don't even exist yet.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Lorcana.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lorcana. So.
Lorcana, like we have the capability of taking this to a level where it not only benefits us but benefits everybody in the community. Like we have people like Post Malone who are already involved, and guys like Logan Paul and people like Destroying, who these guys go and they collect cards, and now they're in the scene and making the scene known, but now it's up to us to push the narrative and get to that next level. But I think for us, what we're trying to provide is more of like just giving everyone the opportunity to kind of just share and embrace what we're doing when, like when you guys aren't there, if you guys can't make it to Cancun or Brazil, or if you haven't felt what it's like to be in a competitive environment, you know what I mean? Like just imagine buying an NFT that's from the point of view of someone who just won the YCS. You know what I mean? That just sounds insane, it sounds amazing. And those are the type of things that we want to bring to everyone, and I think that is going to set us at a standard and at a bar that it's going to be hard for a lot of other people to try to catch up with. And, this has not only our full support, but I hope it has everybody else's full support in here. I'll also be bringing in not only from the card game scenery, but more of like a, point of view from the sports scenery as well, the life of a boxer and the life of a football player and the life of, someone who is just always into the athletic scenery, and those things like that I can share with you guys, and it's not just for pro players or for, just people who are at a certain tier. It's for everyone. And that's what we want everyone to understand, that we want everybody to know that they can take their content creations and put it into a platform where it can be shared to the world, and not only do it for free, but also benefit off of it, financially.
It's true. It's really cool in that context, right? We hope that we could like prime the pump and get it going to show people how it should be done, right? So Rachel is on the team as our creative director, right? She'll shoot the footage and the images and all that stuff, and essentially create the digital art that will then be available. The idea basically is we want to show people what it should be like, so that when others want to create something similar, they have some base of reference. Because one of the challenges when you create something new, there's no way to describe it. I mean, remember yourself in a younger version of yourself, and now think about something that's like 20 years out. Imagine telling that to yourself. You would have no context. So there's no frame of reference for what that is. So to many, what we're doing actually has no frame of reference. They like don't know what they don't know, right, Sammy? So what's really cool is that through our inaugural efforts over the next 6 to 12 months, we can show people what it should be, so that others that come after you and Chris and Hani go, oh, okay, I can do this, and know what this, right, and know what this is. And so Rachel is on the team to help capture some of those inaugural moments to kind of set the bar for what that looks like. Anyway, Rach, do you want to introduce yourself, kind of give a little bit of your background, etc.?
Yeah, sure. So I recently graduated from RISD with a graphic design degree, but I've been shooting photos basically like since I could hold a camera, and that's like always been a strong interest in like I don't know, something that I've always been doing just because I enjoy it and I would love to like have this opportunity to be able to use it like for a purpose. Like I really love the message that you all were talking about and the fact that like the moments are everything. Like Hani and Chris were saying. But yeah, I'm ready and to be present and documenting those moments and bringing light to like all the personalities on the team. Everybody has like probably like their own playing style or achievements, but I think it'll be really cool to be able to introduce like more of who you are to your fan base. So yeah, capturing moments outside of the game as well. Yeah.
This will be extremely exciting too, because our first kind of dry run of it will be in Cancun, one of the best places to be shooting these kinds of moments.
It's gonna be
So
insane.
yeah, no, I mean it seems almost like it was meant to be that we have YCS Cancun just right around the corner when we're
It's
about
fun.
to start getting this
And what's
footage.
cool is like Rachel be wearing like TCG merch, and some of the other people will be wearing TCG Fandom merch. And
Mhm.
so if you happen to see somebody wearing TCG Fandom merch and you're curious about it, you should just stop them, because the only way they would have the merch is if they got it from us, right?
Yeah,
So if you see anybody wearing like a TCG Fandom hat or a shirt or sweatshirt,
shoulder
stop.
bag.
Yeah, exactly. Stop and just introduce yourself and say hello. They'd be psyched to meet you. And and talk to you about what we're doing if you're interested.
No, and that's a big thing that I want everyone to understand is that, everything starts from nothing, and it's not that this is impossible to do because there's people out there who are doing it, in the who started from nothing, but it's based off of how well we can attend to our community and how well you guys can help us. And I think that's what we want to first, let everyone understand that without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we're going to do and be where we're going to be, But I think that's why, like Bagelman was saying, how we're going to do a lot of giveaways and a lot of interactions, and we want you guys to come up to us, and we want everybody to be involved and speak and figure out how they can and bring us to a better point of where we can be, But with, like I said, I think the biggest thing is the community. But if you guys do see us with the merch on, don't be shy, come along. You guys can definitely be in the videos. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be like super cool, right? It would
NFTs
be
and
cool if
stuff.
you like snuck into an NFT video of somebody. That'd be insane. That should
Yeah,
be memorialized forever.
it would forever. And then you can just buy your own NFT. You can buy the video that you're in and keep that NFT forever.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, does anyone else have anything to add to this?
No?
Oh, beautiful. This has been a really good chat. I mean, this is just the first one to come. As we keep progressing, as we keep launching, look out for more of these chats. Other than that, thank you guys for watching.
Peace.
Peace.